Hey there again, welcome to another great episode of the Frank and Sandy Show. I'm not sure if you can see our dog. She decided to join in right here, Isabella.
Hello, Isabella.
She's a little sweetie, and she's just a little lovebird there. She always wants everybody's attention.
Including yours.
Yeah. Oh, she brought me a bone. Look at this. You're so sweet. Can I have that? Can I have? No. Okay. Isabella, we're trying to shoot the video. This is not very, okay. Can I have it? Do I need this? Do I talk into it? I do.
All right,
Okay.
Isabella, that's enough.
Okay, can you take that over there and go find something to do with it? Beautiful. What are we talking about today here in Costa Rica, lovely Costa Rica? It's been hot, really hot. About to start the rainy season. But before that, we get a little bit of heat throughout the summer. And our summer is different than summer up in the United States and places along that. What do you call that?
Latitude.
Latitudes. I never get that right. The latitude. Our summer is really between December and March, April, where you know where yours is. And then we start what's called
well, they call it the green season. That's the tourist lingo for you're going to have some rain in the afternoon.
Yeah, and green season just keeps going on, and then it sort of morphs into something called ton of rain season. What do they call that one?
Torrential downpour.
Season. TDS. And that is September and October. You're going to get wet. I mean, like really wet. It rains a lot. And you feel like you're about to build an ark and go get the animals, put them all on, 2 by 2, get your dog, get your neighbor's dog, get everybody on the ship because it starts raining. Actually creates a lot of issues with traffic because sometimes stuff comes down off the mountains and gets on the highway, and you know they're constantly fighting this all over the highways, trying to figure out how to keep the rocks up there and you safe down on the road. It's a lot of work because it keeps changing and evolving. Speaking of other things on clima, that's what you call it in Spanish, clima. The Central Valley is very temperate and they call it eternal spring.
Yep, and I would think that's a perfect characterization of the weather here.
So a lot of people come down and go, oh, I'm going to go to this beautiful place, and they go right to the beaches. And that's a great thing to do, especially if you're on vacation, because you know you can basically walk around in shorts and a t-shirt or whatever and swim out in the ocean. In Jaco, it's 85 degrees a lot. That's a lot of warm ocean, and it's really pleasant to walk into, actually. Other places I've been, it's really cold, so.
Yeah. No, you can walk right into the water. It's very pleasant. But I would like to express a word of caution about going to those beaches because it can be surprisingly warm if there's not a breeze. So think your unit needs to have air conditioning. Whereas in the Central Valley, we get to enjoy air-condition-free environments. We just leave the windows open and we get a pleasant breeze all year long, all day long, all night long. It's really quite pleasant.
And that's an interesting thing. If you are in the Central Valley, there is some variance because they call them microclimates. Right where we are in the Central Valley, the breezes are constant. We're perched up on a hill, so it's kind of nice. But if you're down really flat, you're going to get a lot less wind and it's going to get warmer. Now, if you go up just a few thousand feet, 2,000, 3,000 feet higher, or maybe 1,000 feet higher than we are, for example, or 2,000 above the flatlands, it's going to get a lot cooler. And so you're going to have new things popping up, like fog.
Lots of fog, yes.
You may live in so much fog that you find things like computer paper just rips apart and falls apart in your hands after a good dose of it. And you know, you don't see the sun for a lot of time, days on end sometimes, or very limited sun. Whereas,
but it is cooler, and some people that really want to enjoy even a cooler temperature would choose to live in those areas.
You know, at night you might be sitting there bundled up on all kinds of, you know, nice warm blankets, watching TV or watching the sunset, whatever. Whereas here you're still in your shorts in the Central Valley potentially, and maybe a light shawl or something.
Yeah, I can recall when we were in other portions of the Central Valley, I had to wear leggings and a sweater at night and bundle up with a blanket over my leg, which is not what you think about when you're thinking about a tropical environment. So if you are traveling to higher altitudes in the Central Valley, you're going to have a little bit of moderate weather clothing, not just tank tops and t-shirts.
Yeah. And you know, the thing is that if you're going to move here, that's kind of a really important part of your decision. The right thing to do is really come down and rent for a while to really give yourself the chance to understand the various microclimates. 3 miles away might seem completely different than where, you know, you rent your place. You know, so maybe try 2 or 3 rentals for a few months and see what it feels to you, because it is drastically different. I mean, the amount of rain, the amount of fog, the amount of wind, the amount of heat, it's all over the map. Having said that, it's pretty good everywhere. You're not going to see snow.
Yep. Before we go on any further about that, the one thing that does change during the year is sunsets. Obviously, during that summer period, you're going to experience the most amazing sunsets. I'm going to make Frank put some sunset shots that he's taken, because they don't even seem real in some cases, but they're gorgeous.
So for this one, let's take you to Hako. And these are real shots straight out of the camera. I don't think I even did any you know, post-editing on it. This is just what it looks like when you're there. Check this out.
We're going to have a lot more of these kind of just very personal, anecdotal stories, just to kind of give you even just a glimpse of what it's like to live here in Costa Rica.
And to just give you an idea, if you're watching this, that means there's already several videos on there. I don't know how many, but there's already a collection so that you can start going, oh, what's that, what's that, what's that? And you know, you'll see which ones and what you're interested in that you can watch and learn stuff that you want to know, whether you're coming here for a vacation or to move. And then after that, we're going to be adding things periodically, so it'll always be something new and fresh about what's going on now, what's happening. And so kind of give you a real-time picture as, you know, it was when we recorded these early ones, and then also over time what it's going to look, how it's evolving, what does the landscape look like. So lots of things to come back to, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for joining us.
I'm Frank.
I'm Sandy.
Take care. Have a good one.
We're the Frank and Sandy Show. We travel. Our guests have attitude. We turn up in exotic places.
Here we are in Costa Rica. We're actually still not there.
You'll find us on cruise ships. Or doing travel interviews.
I like puppies. Well, she must be a Democrat.
You'll never know what's around our next corner.